Hello and welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl JVB. How are you guys doing? I hope you've had a great week so far and have something fun going on for the weekend, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I wanted to do another DIMASH reaction because it's been a minute, and when I saw this performance, are you guys serious? First of all, I love Frank Sinatra. So then Placido Domingo and Jose Carreras and of course DIMASH, Cuda Bergen and Hauser. So we have to watch this. When I saw that, I'm like, please do not escape me. Gotta make a note of it and do it right away. I love Frank Sinatra, guys. I think his music is so beautiful and his voice is so beautiful. And I don't know about you, but I love New York. New York was the first place I went to when I came to the States. And I was gonna say before I moved to LA. No, when I got to the United States, the first place I went to was New York City. I lived in New York for 10 years. And the minute I stepped foot on New York ground, I felt home. And to me, when I listened to Frank Sinatra, and before I left, I sang in front of 3,000 people in New York, knowing that I'm going to New York. So Frank Sinatra has a special place in my heart. And so does DIMASH. So let's get straight into it. I'm having a hard time talking today. And I'm wearing this beautiful jacket that my mom gave me. And my mom is always like, you still wearing that jacket? Do you have that jacket? I'm like, yes, Mom, I do. Little fun facts. But with no further ado, let's get straight into DIMASH. And that is like the Virtuosos 2025. Wow, that's a nice orchestra. A lot of people. Amazing, I love that. He's enjoying himself, it's so awesome.
And now the end is near, and so I'll face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived and I'm this fall, I travel each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way.
Shut up. Guys, okay, there's these men that have been singing their entire lives. I have freaking chills. I'm not gonna show you because, yeah, these are my chills. Wow. When DIMASH started singing, it sounded like a man who has been singing for decades. His voice is so developed, is so mature, and I know he's not a kid, but I'm saying, like, still, it sounds so freaking rich. He is so made for opera. Like, I know he's so versatile, and I love that about him. but his opera voice just always gives me chills. And I am not even that much of an opera fan necessarily. I love all kinds of music. I think it's important to be well versed with music and really ingest everything and take everything in and then see what you like and what you don't like. But wow, his voice. Let's go back a little. I was like, what? And of course the cello player, how he's amazing too. Hauser, right? It's Hauser. Wow. Incredible.
And now the end is near, and so I'll face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived and I'm this fall. I travel each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my
Oh my God, I got chills.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption.
I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and much more than this, I did my way. And there were times, I'm sure you know, when I be told more than I can show. What many times when there was doubt,
I ate it up and spit it out.
I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way.
What is a man? What has he done? If not himself, then he has none.
To say the things he truly did, when not the words of one who needs the record shows.
I took the blows
And did it my way.
I couldn't quite figure out, like, I feel the only thing I think is like they're all singing the same notes. I wish they would harmonize more. That's just me. And I wish, because DIMASH is just so good, and I'm sure they all are. I know, obviously, Placido. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. They're all amazing. They're stars, legends. But I wish DIMASH would have gone a little bit higher when they're all singing together, because when they're all singing together, it's, I don't know how to say that in a nice way. It sounded a little messy. And maybe that's just because there's like a lot of instrumentation going on. I don't know. I mean, God, it just sounded, my ears maybe couldn't just handle it. Let's go back there.
Each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more.
I wish you would have gone higher. More than
this, I did my was stopped.
I ate it up and spit it out.
I faced it all, and I stood tall. And did it my way.
What is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not.
To say the things he truly did, and not the words of one who needs. The record shows
I took the blows
and did it my way.
I heard a higher voice there.
is a man. What has he got? If not himself, then he has not.
To say the things he truly did, and not the words of one who needs. The record shows I took the blows and did it my
That was amazing. I feel even when Metallica did that album with the orchestra, at times my brain, and that's just me, we're all different, so chill out if you're getting all upset. Some people get really offended by that when you say, when you criticize something, or when you just like. The thing is, music is very subjective, right? And even voices, like there's certain voices that people resonate with, and other people think this singer has absolutely no talent, but this singer is amazing, But for me, it's always been, when Metallica did this album with the orchestra, I didn't like it because I felt it was so busy. It took away, and maybe that's a singer in me, even though I'm a music producer and I write music as well. But I just felt that it was just too much going on. And the song in general, to me, is such a laid back, kind of emotional song that I just want the words to come through. I just want the emotion to come through. And at times it felt a little too much with the instrumentation, which I understand. That's what an orchestra is there for. But I personally would have simplified it a little bit, especially when they're all singing, all their voices together. But it was beautiful. And I love that, how amazing is that, most importantly, that someone like DIMASH can really be up there on stage with such caliber of legends, people that have been in this for so freaking long, right? And I see now that they had like a bunch of songs, Heal the World, as like a bunch of songs that they've done for this performance. But I just think this is such an accomplishment for an artist. And again, I think that DIMASH is such a great opera singer. He is so good for classical music. He's also really good with pop. And he's also, a songwriter. He's so talented all around. Like, he's got it. And I really love, it's interesting to also see him like this, because he's such an amazing performer. But in this performance, he knew how to just pull back, how to just, the power of stillness, to just sing the song, serve the song, respect the other people there, because normally he would like throw himself on the ground. We know that, right? We've seen DIMASH in action. And that's what I love so much about him. He's just so intense, and he really like gets into it, and he is not afraid to really like go all over the place with his voice. And to me, it never sounds like he's like showing off. It's always been like really authentic, kind of being himself, expressing himself. So it was really interesting and cool to see him just being very, very laid back, standing there and just singing, performing the song with this caliber of talent. And he's definitely on par with all of them. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this performance? Again, I'm not necessarily an opera fanatic or fan, but I do love opera sometimes because, first of all, opera singers are such powerful singers because they have to sing without microphones on stage, a lot of times. Not always, but I'm saying, like, if they or when they do musicals like this, that they have a really powerful voice because the training they've gone through is specifically for that, right? So I have so much respect for opera singers and for the opera world in general because they all read music, that they're really top-notch musicians, so to speak. And that doesn't take away from jazz or anything else. I'm just saying it's one of those genres where I feel, wow, it's not for everyone, but when you meet someone or see someone who's really in it, like, you can tell, you're like, this is them. That's it, But yeah, I would love to know what you thought of this performance and what should be the next DIMASH reaction. Let me know in the comments. And with that said, I'm going to let you go. And if you would like to work with me directly, make sure that you go to my website, Pinkstar Music, where I have all the information. If you want to maybe do a declutter course with me one-on-one, or you want to do a vocal session with me, I do voice lessons, singing for non-singers, just for the stress relief, for feeling good. So whatever the case may be, or maybe you have a reaction request, follow me on Patreon as well. And I will see you in the next one. Make every day a great day. And as always, follow your bliss. Much love. And if you haven't yet, hit like, subscribe, notification bell so you never miss a post of mine. You don't want to do that because you never know when I'm posting. I've been a little bit all over the place lately. So much love.